Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good morning, dear pupils. How do you do today? Welcome back to our English class with me, teacher Eza. We are in Unit 11, Tailor Made. Prepare your textbook as well as your exercise book and turn to page 106. Today, we are going to do a reading exercise. Are you ready? So let's start our class for today. Okay, the picture shown Dayak traditional costume. Okay, Dayak is a collective name for the tribes ataupun suku of Iban, Bidayuh, Kayan, Kenyah, Kelabit, Murut, and Mo. Okay, from Sarawak. Okay. Now let's read this text together. Okay? Najmi is reading about the traditional accessories worn at the Gawai Dayak Festival. Gawai Dayak is a festival celebrated in Sarawak on the 1st and 2nd June every year. The Gawai Dayak is celebrated by the Dayaks. During this festival, a traditional dance called the Ngajat is performed. Oke, Hari Gawai adalah perayaan yang disambut di Sarawak pada 1 dan 2 Jun setiap tahun. Gawai Dayak ataupun Hari Gawai disambut oleh suku Dayak. Suku Dayak terdiri daripada orang Dayak terdiri daripada suku Iban, Bidayuh, Kayan, Kenyah, Kelabit, Murut, dan banyak lagi. Oke, semasa pesta ini, tarian tradisional Ngajat dipersembahkan. Next, while performing the dance, the male dancers wear a headgear called burang sumba. It is made of cloth with golden lace. They wear a long loincloth called tahup. It is wrapped neatly around the body with one end hanging down in front and the other end hanging behind. They wear bangles and a pair of earrings. They hold a long sword in one hand and an ornately decorated shield in the other. Semasa mempersembahkan tarian tersebut, penari lelaki biasanya memakai hiasan kepala yang dipanggil sebagai burang sumba. Ia diperbuat daripada kain dengan renda yang berwarna keemasan. Mereka juga memakai kain labu yang panjang dipanggil sebagai tahup. Tahup ini adalah kain yang mereka pakai di pinggang, yang panjang di bahagian depan dan juga di bahagian belakang. Biasanya ia berwarna merah. Mereka juga memakai gelang dan juga anting-anting. Dan mereka memegang pedang di satu tangan dan satu lagi mereka memegang perisai yang dihias. Okey, mari kita lihat contoh gambar di sebelah. Okey, ini adalah tahup. Okey, yang penari lelaki ini pakai tahup. Ni, dan yang ini adalah perisai atau shield. Okey. The female dancers wear an elaborate headdress called sepia and a knee-length dress with intricate weaving. It is called jomuh. Their necklaces are made of beads. Copper bangles called sarim are worn on the legs from the knee downward. They wear copper bangles on their arms and forearms as well. Copper belts called porik are also worn by the women. Penari wanita akan memakai hiasan kepala yang dipanggil sebagai sipiah dan juga dress paras lutut. Okay. Dengan tenunan yang rumit. Ya, dipanggil sebagai jomoh. Dress ini dipanggil sebagai jomoh. Manakala rantai mereka diperbuat daripada manik, beads. Manakala gelang tembaga yang dipanggil sebagai sarim dipakai di bahagian kaki dari lutut ke bawah, downward. Mereka memakai gelang tembaga ini di tangan, dan di lengan. Copper belt ataupun tali pinggang yang diperbuat daripada tembaga dipanggil sebagai porik, juga dipakai oleh penari wanita ini. Mari kita lihat. Let's look at the example. So this female dancer, she is wearing copper belts. Copper belts. It might not shown fully on this picture, but you can see here she is wearing a copper belt and also copper bangles on her arms and also her forearms. In conclusion, if you have never seen a ngajat dance, visit Sarawak during Gawai Dayak to experience its uniqueness. However, since these days we are facing COVID-19, right? So I think you can just Google or watch the ngajat performance on YouTube. So basically, Sarawak people, they celebrating Gawai Dayak Festival. While we, Sabahan, we celebrating what? We celebrate, correct, keamatan, right? Pesta keamatan. Kalau kita di Sabah, kita sambut hari Pesta Keamatan. Mereka di Sarawak, mereka menyambut hari Gawai. So basically, this article is about Gawai Dayak Festival. So, based on the article, please complete the table below. Please do complete this table. Description of accessories and name of traditional accessories. For example, male dancers headgear. What is the name of the male dancers headgear? We had already discussed everything, so you just have to refer back to the article and answer the question. Write this down on your exercise book. Next. Now, turn to page 107 on your textbook. Let's read this story together. Once upon a time, in a small kingdom, there lived a tailor. One day, as he was sewing a rope, some flies started troubling him. He shooed them away, but they continued to bother him. The tailor then took a fly swatter and killed 7 flies with one swat. "I have killed 7 in a single blow," shouted the tailor with great pride. Pada suatu hari, di sebuah kerajaan yang kecil tinggal seorang tukang jahit. Suatu hari ketika dia sedang menjahit jubah, sekumpulan lalat telah datang mengganggunya. Dia menghalau lalat tersebut, tetapi kumpulan lalat ini tetap mengganggu. Kemudian, tukang jahit ini pun mengambil pemukul lalat ini, fly swatter. Dan dia telah membunuh ke-7 ekor lalat dengan satu pukulan. "Saya telah membunuh 7 ekor lalat dengan satu pukulan," katanya dengan penuh bangga. At that very moment, 2 ladies were standing outside his shop, talking about a fearsome giant. This giant was killing many people in the kingdom and eating them whole. When they overheard the tailor, the ladies thought, "What a brave man he is! He has killed 7 giants in one blow." Ketika itu ada 2 orang wanita sedang berdiri di luar kedai tukang jahit ini. dan mereka sedang bercakap tentang seekor gergasi yang menakutkan, fearsome giant. Okay, gergasi ini telah membunuh ramai orang di kerajaan tersebut dan dia telah memakan orang-orang itu. Kemudian, ketika wanita ini terdengar, okay, tukang jahit ini, mereka pun berfikir, pemuda ini sangat berani. Dia telah membunuh 7 ekor gergasi dengan satu pukulan. Then they ran to the king and told him about the brave tailor. "Bring him to me," ordered the king. The tailor tried to explain that he had only killed 7 flies, but his cries were in vain. "Go kill the giant," the king ordered the tailor. The poor man had no choice but to obey. Kemudian, dua orang wanita itu pun pergi ke raja mereka dan memberitahu tentang tukang jahit yang berani ini. Kemudian, raja itu menitahkan atau mengarahkan tukang jahit ini untuk menghadap baginda. Tetapi tukang jahit ini dia cuba menerangkan bahawa dia hanya membunuh 7 ekor lalat, tetapi tangisannya tidak dipedulikan. Tetap juga raja itu mengarahkan pemuda ini untuk membunuh, untuk membunuh gergasi itu. Dan pemuda ini, tukang jahit ini tidak ada pilihan tetapi untuk menurut saja perintah raja tersebut. Then the tailor reached the giant's cave. "Oh, what a mighty giant he is! I can't kill him," he thought. Then the tailor had a brilliant idea. That night, while the giant was sleeping, he sewed the giant's lips together. Now the giant could not eat anything. When he woke up, he begged the tailor to undo the stitches on his mouth. The tailor agreed to do so on one condition. "I will undo the stitches only if you promise to stop killing any more people and leave our kingdom immediately." The giant agreed and the tailor unpicked the stitches. The giant immediately left the kingdom and the tailor received a handsome reward from the king. Everyone lived happily ever after. Kemudian, tukang jahit ini pun datang ke gua gergasi itu. Tetapi dia kata dia tidak dapat bunuh gergasi itu kerana dia sangat besar. Tetapi, tiba-tiba tukang jahit ini ada idea. Pada waktu malam, semasa gergasi itu sedang tidur, dia pun menjahit bibir gergasi itu. Sekarang, gergasi itu tidak dapat makan apa-apa. Semasa gergasi itu bangun, dia merayu tukang jahit ini untuk membuka, to undo the stitches, jahitan di mulutnya. Tukang jahit ini bersetuju dengan syarat, saya hanya akan membuka jahitan itu sekiranya kamu berjanji untuk berhenti membunuh orang dan meninggalkan kerajaan ini secepatnya. Gergasi itu bersetuju dengan syarat tersebut dan tukang jahit ini pun membuka jahitan. Kemudian gergasi ini meninggalkan kerajaan itu. Manakala si tukang jahit telah menerima ganjaran yang sangat besar daripada raja. Dan semua orang pun hidup dengan gembira. So, I hope you understand what this story is about. Okay? So, what I want you to do today is to answer the following questions based on the story. Don't forget to write down the question as well as the answer on your exercise book. Okay? So you've got 2 tasks today. The first one is this one, and the second one is this one. So write it down on your exercise book. So we came to the end of our class for today. If you have any question, you can ask me. Stay safe wherever you are. Take care of your health. And I'll see you on next class. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Goodbye.